Tensions heat up in South China Sea as U.S. makes significant show of force. For the first time in 6 years, 2 U.S. Navy aircraft carriers are in the South China Sea, the latest show of military might from Washington as it pushes back against China's sweeping claim to much of the contested region. The 2 U.S. carriers arrived in the region as China wrapped up its own set of naval exercises near a disputed island chain, an apparent synchronicity not lost on Beijing's state media, which carried reports boasting of the country's readiness to repel any U.S. attempt to challenge its claims. The Nimitz Carrier Strike Force, composed of the USS Nimitz and USS Ronald Reagan Carrier Strike Groups, conduct dual carrier operations in the South China Sea on Monday. Operating under the name the Nimitz Carrier Strike Force, the American carriers, the USS Nimitz and USS Ronald Reagan, conducted several tactical exercises designed to maximize air defense capabilities, and extend the reach of long-range precision maritime strikes from carrier-based aircraft, a U.S. Navy statement said. It is the first time 2 U.S. carriers have operated together in the South China Sea since 2014 and only the second time since 2001, according to Lieutenant CMDR Sean Brophy, a spokesperson aboard the Reagan. These efforts support enduring U.S. commitments to stand up for the right of all nations to fly, sail, and operate wherever international law allows. A U.S. Navy statement said. As the U.S. force was putting on its display on America's Independence Day holiday, China's People Liberation Army Navy was wrapping up 5 days of drills around the Paracel Islands, known in China as the Chisha, a chain also claimed by Vietnam and Taiwan. An F/A-18E Super Hornet flies over the flight deck of the USS Ronald Reagan in the South China Sea on July 4, 2020. China did not give details about what the Paracel drills involved, only calling them intensive in a report published in the government-controlled Global Times. Last Friday, China's foreign ministry described its South China Sea drills as being within sovereignty and reasonable, according to a post on the website of the PLA. Beijing claims almost all of the 1.3 million square mile South China Sea as its sovereign territory and over the past several years has built up military fortifications on several islands. That buildup, which included the launch of anti-ship missiles from an island during exercises last year, comes after Chinese President Xi Jinping pledged to then U.S. President Barack Obama in 2015 that the islands would not be militarized. As U.S.-China relations have continued to deteriorate over the course of this year, Washington has steadily upped the tempo of its operations in the South China Sea, staging freedom of navigation operations close to Chinese-held islands, performing overflights by U.S. Air Force heavy bombers, and conducting joint naval operations with partners such as Japan and Singapore.